right, y'all. I deeply apologize. We really try to get this going. Not everything can be perfect, but you just got to work through it. So hopefully, I can get it going. I can get it connected, and I can have Sam join in so she can talk her barber shit. All right, so Instagram is telling me that it's sending out its notifications to let everybody know that I am going live. Oh, that's first. Never seen that before. There she go. All right, Sam, I see you. So now I can send you the notification so you can join in. All right, so I sent the invite. Okay. It pop up now.
On.
What's up, Sam?
What's going on, my dog?
Not much. I'm sorry for the mishap, but I'm
It's all
glad
good. Let's
that
get it.
I'm glad that we was able to get it going. A lot of people was tuning in earlier, like, "Where's Sam at?"
Hey, yo, my bad, my bad.
All right, so I'm gonna let
Talk to me.
you get situated. Do your thing first, get situated, and
All
then
right, I'm
then we
good.
can jump. Okay. Oh, you good? All right. So I just want to say thank you for joining my platform. It's a blessing to have you aboard. You can be anywhere in the world today, but you're here with me and you're here with everybody that's going to be tuning in and hearing you speak and sharing your journey. And this is what this platform is about. When I say talk your barber shit, it's not about talking bad about the industry, talking bad about other barbers. It's just all about uplifting our industry, showing where you came from, how you developed yourself, where you at now, the information that you're giving back to the industry and stuff like that, and what you want people to know about yourself and what it took to get you where you at now. I see all the amazing things that you're doing. I know you just had a seminar with some amazing guests. Did it happen already, or is it still coming up?
Yeah, so it happened yesterday, man. We sold out. We have 40 people in the building. We were supposed to have 30. But man, it was an amazing turnout. I can't ask for anything more than what we had yesterday. It was awesome.
All right, that's amazing. I I want to, experience a lot more seminars. I want to do, a few competitions. So, just seeing that, after COVID, how everything is starting to bounce back and, giving barbers an opportunity to see, the people that they've been watching or looking up to and being able to get, somewhere close to them and tell them how much they appreciate, what they're doing and helping them push forward is an amazing thing. And then I see that's what you're doing on your side of town in Miami, giving the youth or even, older people that are, trying to find their way back into this industry and seeing like the younger youth coming out here and capitalizing the way they do, it's starting to bridge a lot of bridges together. So, I'm loving that. But, I want to start off, I don't know if you mind me calling you Samantha or you just like Sam and like, how do you want me
Okay,
to
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever you want. I don't really mind.
Okay. So let's talk about the beginning. Let's talk about like, where did this passion come from? How did it develop? Did you have friends or family that was already in the industry and you just capitalized off of it and took it to the atmosphere, or where did it come from?
So I don't really like put my story out there too much, but it's a crazy story. So I was working in the restaurant industry. I was a server, a bartender, and I had a drinking problem. So I would go out and get messed up and then want to fight and whatever. But at the same time, I was a college student. I was going to school for nursing. So one day I got into this fight. I beat this girl up. A
Ooh,
month and a half later, I get arrested for
yeah.
11 days. Right? So yeah, so they arrested me during finals week. So I failed all of my finals.
Oh
And I'm
wow.
like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? But at this time, I'm getting paid every single day. My bills are all over the place, and I'm like, yo, I need a job that's gonna pay me every day because my bills are my own, like, you know. So I was thinking, I'm like, I need to get out of the restaurant business because this is what's affecting me. So I'm like, what's gonna pay me every
Yeah.
day? I'm like, and I didn't want to have a boss anymore. I'm like, barbering. I'm Dominican, so like, you know how Dominicans are. Like, most of us are barbers. It's just in us. We play. Let me try it out. So I asked up to my barber. I'm like, yo, what's up? Any barber schools in the area? He's like, yo, I actually heard of one that just opened up like 4 or 5 months ago. Miami Barber something. He didn't know the full name. I was like, all right, bet. So I go online, Miami Barber Institute. It had no reviews, no nothing. I was like, you know what? Whatever. So they had a landing page. They had to contact us. So I put my info, like it had to leave your info and we'll contact you. And I said, all right, bet. Boom.
Mm,
So I just left my info, regular. I go to work that day to the restaurant.
yeah.
And like in the middle of my shift at night, I see this guy looking for the bathroom. Bro, and on his shirt, it said Miami Barber Institute. The same day.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, you, I know you. And he turned around like scared as hell, bro. So that's my man's now. Like, we're like, we're family.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're family. So I was like, I know you. He turned around and I was like, yo, I left my info on your page. And he's like, what's your name? I was like, Samantha. He goes, I know your name. I was gonna hit you up because you're the first girl to sign up
Yeah.
for the school.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, bet. He's like, yo, come through tomorrow. This was on a Friday, on a Saturday. He's like, come through tomorrow. There's no class, but I'm gonna be there. I want to talk to you and show you around a little bit. And I
Mhm.
was like, all right, bet. So I go on Saturday. I show up. I've never picked up a clip in my life. I don't have a beard. I don't do my haircut. Like, I'm just a girl. I love the barbershop because at this point, I'm going to the barbershop one time a week, every week. I've always loved to be fresh, look.
Hey, Samantha, I'm sorry. Is it a different Wi-Fi that you can use? Because it's starting to break up. I don't know if it's my end or is it your end.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm using the same Wi-Fi. Is it good now?
Okay. Uh, it's clear now, but I know like when you get to like your major party points, then it starts glitching and slowing up a little bit.
Now it's better?
Okay, let's try it
All
and
right,
see.
let's try now.
Okay.
So, so yeah, so he shows me around school, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it. I signed up for school. I signed my $13,000, and the rest is history, man. Like I went into school and I was scared at first, and I was a sore thumb. I was the elephant in the room because I was the only girl. I'm not gonna. But at the same time,
Yeah.
in the room, I'm always used to doing my thing. Like, is the Wi-Fi better now, or should I connect back?
Try to connect back and see. Can
Hey,
you
Sam.
see me real clear or is it fuzzy?
Yeah, I see you. I see you.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, man, I just, I picked up the clipper. I had a hard time understanding the clippers at first, but once I understood them, it was takeoff,
Yeah.
and that's
So let's talk
it.
about like how long have you been in the industry as far as being a licensed barber?
Being a licensed barber is gonna be 3 years in December, so 2 years and a half.
Okay.
Starting school is gonna be yeah, 4 years, 4 years,
Okay.
4 years starting
Okay.
school. I was in school for a year.
Okay. So we're in the same ballpark.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
that's what's up.
What did you did? Okay. Because I know I'm starting to see the conversation that I'm having with a lot of barbers. Some say they prefer to do the apprenticeship, and then some was like, schooling is just to help you prep for the test, and it really doesn't, develop you as a true, barber. Like if you was like at a barber shop and you was doing an apprenticeship in school, or did you just do schooling only?
So yeah, the beautiful thing, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? 'Cause- let me see if I move somewhere. Maybe you could hear me. You see me? It's good.
I see you. It's a little fuzzy, but I think it's starting to get to an area where you can read the Wi-Fi.
Okay, should be a little bit better now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm speaking from personal experience. I went into barber school not knowing how to cut hair. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so it's like if I didn't have barber school, then I don't think I would have been where I'm at because I
Okay.
learned everything I know in barber school. Now, being a barber school teacher, I see the necessity of the barber license and being a barber too. Like, you need a barber license, bro. Like, eventually, the inspector's gonna come in, they're gonna catch you, you're gonna get fined, the barber shop owner's gonna get fined, and it's just like a cat and mouse game your whole entire life. So it's like, bro, just go to school, get it done, one time for one time, and then just that's it. I believe in school a lot. I don't believe in regular school. I don't think regular school works for most people, unless you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, etc. But to become a barber, to be a barber, and to be a successful barber, yeah, I think that you need to go to school. Because you
Okay.
could, the apprenticeship is cool. But like for example, in our school, we give out free haircuts every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an apprenticeship, but at the same time, you're getting your license.
Okay.
And now
Because I'm
school
looking
can
at
be
it.
more short.
I didn't get a chance to do the apprenticeship. I went to school full time myself, but I'm like being with someone that is a barber owner, and he was like, he will send his barbers to apprentice to school, but they would do the apprenticeship at the shop. I was wondering, like, did it give them a better opportunity to build their clientele because you're already in there? You can kind of say like, hey, he's
I
working under me.
think if you do both, it works.
Yeah.
If you do both, but if you do one or the other, I wouldn't see how it would work like longevity wise, like just long term,
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you could do apprenticeship and you could be a great barber, but if you don't have your license, I mean, I have students, bro, that have been in the industry for 25 years, the same amount of time, like longer than I've been alive. So it's like, oh, now you have to come to school, like after all
Yeah.
of that, like that's such a drag.
Okay. So
Oh,
let's talk about
this is
that. Like,
Tokyo, by the way.
let's talk about the education part that you do. Like, what drew you to that to say, once you got into this industry that you wanted to, help someone like yourself that didn't have the experience but wanted to be a barber. Like, how do you go by, and giving that confidence to someone that was like, hey, I've been thinking about this.
Okay, so what had happened was that, every barber gets to a certain type of point. Like, I feel like you're like, okay, so what's next? Like, what type of barber am I gonna be? Now that you learn how to cut hair, what type of barber are you gonna be? Are you gonna be an educator? Are you gonna be do you want to get flown out? Are you gonna be a celebrity barber? Are you gonna be there's different types of barbers. So I was gonna kind of get into that point. I was like, but what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna be? So I would find myself just, like I said, my relationship with the guys at school grew quickly. We grew attached to each other. It was just something that was really meant to be.
Mm.
So I would find myself going back to the school on my free time, like
Yeah.
literally just
Yeah.
going just to, just go help.
Yeah.
Go teach, go help, go. At this point, they didn't have anybody else hired. It was just the teacher that taught me,
Mm.
Thomas, and that's it. He was the only teacher. So it was like I was just going back to help him and like shed some light to these barbers because the school's like a barber sanctuary. Like it's just a place that everybody loves to be
Yeah.
at. So I was just going back for free, for the free, just going, doing demos and stuff. And then the guys from school, like one day he asked me, he's like, "Yo, Sam, like I need to hire somebody else, and I don't think I want to hire anybody else that's not you."
Mm.
And I'm like, wait up, pause, because I'm a barber. Like, wait, you want me to quit barbering to go teach? Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, but let me know what are your slowest days, and then we can work with that.
Mm.
And I'm like, bet. So that's what we're doing. That's what we've done. So we do Tuesdays from 6 to 10, and then Wednesdays from 6 to 10. So
Okay.
those are my slowest days. So it works out for me. I have Sunday, Monday off, completely. So I don't overwhelm myself. I don't overwork myself. I
Yeah.
still have my barbering career, but I still am able to teach.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, um, Saturday, Sundays, select Saturday, Sundays, I have my academy on the side that I use the facility. So it's super dope, man. I'm just like super grateful to even have a facility to work at because, man, most of these educators don't even know, like, don't even have a place to teach at. So
Yeah.
these guys literally like, oh, give me the key. And like, the key is like, oh, it's awesome. It's awesome, man. I love it.
Let's talk about. I know you said when you first came in, you had a lot of stuff on your plate. And what was the point where it flipped for you? Because I feel like you was at that if factor. Like, is this the right possibility? Is this the right move? What gave you that momentum to say, hey, I want this and I'm gonna make it happen?
I feel like me being a girl,
Mm.
unfortunately, had a lot to do with that. Just because I felt like I had something to prove,
Mm.
you know, I had to be different. I had to be.
Yeah.
I couldn't do what other people were doing, and I understood that,
Mm.
and I understood that very, very early on, actually. Um, so I mean, the minute I've always been a person with great work ethic. Like if I said like no matter what I did, I was gonna either do it really good or I was either gonna do it really
Yeah.
bad or I was gonna do it at all.
Yeah.
Like you feel me? So it's like once barbering clicked for me and I saw the potential that like how far I could take this really early on. I kind of saw how far I could take
Yeah.
barbering, just because of the way I look, my personality, like the way I was cutting hair. Like people would just be like, "Yo, who are you? Like, where did you come from?" So like when I started like seeing that reaction from people, I think that's what locked me in. I was like, "Oh, so it's like that? Like, all right, cool." Like personally, I'm a twin. I'm a twin with a girl, so my sister was always really good at everything.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
at everything, she
Yeah.
excelled in everything. I was kind of just average at everything, not bad,
Yeah.
but just kind of average, not really nothing
I, I
crazy.
would I I would take that average out. You had your own niche. She had her niche. You had yours. And it just
Yeah,
took.
but she had a niche in everything.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like she was good at everything.
Yeah.
I was like, all right at everything. I wasn't bad. I wasn't good.
Yeah.
I was okay. But barbering was the first thing in my whole entire life, man, that I was like good at, like really free.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting emotional. Like really, really good.
Yeah.
So after that, it was just bro. It was. I say like ever since God put barbering in my path, all doors have been like it's like I'm walking in the dark, but I know exactly where I'm going. You know?
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely cut that part and use that as one of our posts. I love
For
that.
sure,
Wow.
man.
um, What is it? You know, because I'm out of California. I'm in Inglewood, and we have our own little, I say flavor. What is your flavor, or and have you combined it with Miami, or you just kind of like this, like I'm from Miami, but this is my how I stand. Like, do you have your signature
Yo,
type?
I'm mad New
Yeah.
York. I'm
Oh,
mad
okay.
New York.
Oh.
Like if you know me like the way that I am, I'm like mad saucy. Like it's just like So I think that that plays a part in who I am. And it's always played a part, like with the girls and high school and this and that and going out. Oh my God, you're from New York, you're Dominican, okay. But I brought that into barbering as well. So I feel like like I mixed my New York sauce with my Miami sauce, and it just you know for sure, absolutely has a big part to play in it.
And I love that you spoke about, your culture, being Dominican and stuff like that. Like, how does that play with, how you want to stamp yourself in this industry as well as, I hate to say, female barber. I feel like everybody is
Yeah.
a barber, professional barber. It shouldn't be, I'm a male barber, I'm a female barber, I'm a professional barber. I service you with the hairstyle you want. But bringing your culture into it, how do how do you atmosphere that? To let people like, hey,
So I hate the female barber tag as well. Like when people are like the best female barber, I'm
yeah,
like, no, I want to be the best
yeah,
barber. But I do use it to my advantage either way,
hmm
because at the end of the day, like it's a male dominated
yeah,
industry. It is what it is. Like you go to salons. If a male's working in a salon, a straight male's working in a salon, they're gonna be like, it's a sore thumb. It's the same thing with me. So I feel like I said, I'm Dominican, so this is what we do. We cut hair.
yeah.
So it's like a lot of clients that I have, once I say I'm Dominican, like if they met me, once I say I'm Dominican, boom, they just locked in. They're like, oh, you're Dominican? Oh, yeah, you know how to cut hair. For sure. Like, you're good. But I use a lot of my weaknesses
hmm
to my advantage, being a girl, being lesbian, being, a little bit different, being this, being that. It kind of sets me apart. I create my own lane.
Yeah.
Like, it sets an image, it sets a tone for who I am. Like, if you see my face
hmm
on the Instagram, you see me on the street, you're not going to confuse me with somebody else. You're going to be like, oh, that's the girl that I saw from Instagram.
Yeah.
So I use like what blew me up was going back to the Dominican thing was me doing videos in Spanish. People love the way that I speak in Spanish. People like
I
my
love
charisma.
it.
People,
Yeah.
you see, like
Yeah.
they like the bilingual. They like the energy. So I use all of my weaknesses
Yeah.
to my advantage because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So I make my weak link strong,
No, I mean,
and that makes me extra strong.
I love it. I love that you spoke on that because that was what really caught my attention. I was like, she's really in tune to who she is and what she wants to put out. And I love that apart. Like, you have your content when you speak in English, and you have the content when you want to go into your Dominican flow and let them know what it is and stuff. And when I post and I wanted to, introduce you, I was like, I don't want to just write this in Spanish. Or I mean, in English, I want to give both layers so
I
people can
saw
understand.
that. I
Like, oh,
loved it.
I'm joking. Yeah.
I
um,
loved it.
let, what is it that you like about the industry now that you're really, elevating yourself and taking it as far as you can? And what is it that you feel like you still want to kick down a lot of doors that you feel like are not being open just at this point in your career that you feel like if you could kick down these doors for, women like yourself, that it would be a little bit more easier for them to establish themselves?
I feel like the doors that I want to kick down, I would love to kick them down myself, but I can't.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, I would love for this to be an industry where there's no sex, where there's no gender, where there's, you know. But unfortunately, I can't do that by myself. I tell everybody, like, it's like, bro, people come to my chair and they're like, oh, but I've been messed up by a girl before, like, you know. And I'm like, bro, like, we've all been messed up by a guy before.
You're right.
Like, I could say a couple of times I've been messed up by a guy. What? I'm not gonna get a come with a barber with a guy? Like no, you know. It's just there's so little of us that the ones that are in the industry, we're not. You know, not every. This isn't everybody's thing. It's not everybody's thing. You know, there's a lot of girls that can't cut hair.
Yeah.
As there's a lot of guys that can't cut hair, but since there's so many guys cutting hair, that small percentage that can't cut hair, you know, they don't even pay attention to that. But since there's so little girls cutting hair, it's like there's a lot of girls that don't know how to cut hair. But once you find the ones that, you know how to cut hair, then you're good. But I mean, I can't knock down the walls that those walls are gonna have to be knocked down with time as, you know, the future, you know, just more girls get put onto this industry. But I mean, what I love about barbering the most is just there's no limits. Like there's no cap.
Yeah.
Like there's literally no cap. Like you look at Pacinos, there's more to that. Like you could even go higher than that.
Right.
Like that's how I see it. You know, like and that's high.
Yeah.
But you could even go higher. Like I just love it because it's an industry where there's no limit, and I love that because I'm a person that I don't see the end. Like I'm not just like content with anything. Like I don't know where I want to go. I'm like walking. I'm like a horse. I'm like a horse. Like you know the horses that were like. I'm like this. Like literally. Like I don't know where I'm going. I just know that I'm going.
You gonna get
I don't
there.
know where I'm gonna finish.
Yeah.
I'm just going.
Yeah.
So I can't say like what walls I want to knock down. What I'm just knocking down walls. I don't know what walls I'm knocking down. I'm just knocking them down. I don't know I'm gonna keep on knocking them down. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. That's what's going on right now.
That's fine. I know, you know, we got the social platform that's speaking on a lot of things in our industry, what we can capitalize on, what we can make, how much we can make. Should we work at a barbershop? Should we work at a salon? Should we do mentorship? Do I really need a mentorship? Should I just keep watching social media and I can get all the information that I want? When being an educator like yourself, what is it that maybe one or two things that you share to your students that you want them to understand about being in this industry?
I honestly, I feel like there's different types of barbers. So like, you could be a mobile barber, you could be a house call barber, you could be a studio barber, you could be a regular barbershop barber. I feel like what's really important is like knowing who you are and like what type of personality you embody, what's gonna work best for your clients. It's kind of difficult, you know, when you're in that position when you're starting to identify as this barber, that barber. I mean, that's what I took from the question that you asked. If I'm mistaken, like, let me know.
Mhm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just me. I'm a barbershop barber. I like to the environment in the barbershop. I like that some you know, honestly I'm very loud, outspoken, but what I'm Sam. That's Sam the barber. But this is like right now I'm Sam the barber. But when I leave this live, I'm Sam. I'm just regular Sam, you know, regular Samantha. Like so I like, you know, sometimes being quiet with my clients and stuff like that. I don't like to talk all the time. So the barbershop kind of creates that environment for my clients. But now I'm getting a lot of sponsorships. I'm getting a lot of ambassadorships and stuff like that. So actually today after this call, I'm going to sign papers for my own studio. So now I've made that transition. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of have to like just like identify, like recognize who you are in that moment and see what works best for you. Was that the question that you were asking me?
Yeah. I mean, you hit it on the nose. It was just basically like, you know, what is it that you want, you know, share with your students about like how to, you know, just elevate themselves and don't worry about all the different distractions that's going on. But like you said, to just be in tune with yourself and being able to, you know, manifest and build what you think is going to be best for you. Because,
Yeah, man.
we have so many different platforms and dialogue of like you should do this and you should do that, you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't be charging people this, and but it's like, okay, at the end of the day, like just know your stages, build your stages, and
Exactly.
then yeah,
Exactly. Just know your stage. Everything comes with time, and don't listen to people.
yeah,
That's my thing. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, when I realized that, I'm like, why am I listening to people that aren't in the position that I want to be in? Like,
Right.
yo, we literally listen to the people that are this small compared to us, and it's like, if it hasn't worked for them, how do you think that their advice is gonna work for you?
Correct.
You know, so it's like, yo, a lot of people have a lot of shit to talk, like a lot of shit to talk, like literally, like they really do. I don't pay attention to nobody no more. Once I was in my own lane, once I got in my own lane and I started to like not listen to anybody and just listen to myself and what my heart was telling me,
Yeah.
that's when I started popping off. Cause in that moment I created my own lane. I'm not going in the lane that everybody wants me to, which is the lane that everybody's going in. Once I started listening just to myself and trusting my gut and trusting myself, that's when I created my own lane, and now I'm in a lane where nobody can stop me. I don't have I don't have no competition. I don't see nobody as my competition.
Right. Yeah.
I'm my only competition because this is my lane that I created. I'm not trying to fight with nobody. I'm in my own lane. That's why when the Spanish videos started popping off, I'm like, shit, wait up. I just created my own lane because everybody's trying to target the
Yeah.
English market.
Yeah.
Everybody always trying to target the English market.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to target the English market no more.
Yeah.
I'm trying to target the English and the
Yeah.
Spanish. So now I did a mix of both. And not anybody could do that. You get me?
Yeah.
So I kind of like recognized, like saw who I am, what I was doing, like who I was. I'm like, wait up, because that's how I live my life. I'm very like Spanglish. Like if you know me, Sam, boom. I'm always like talking English. I'm always talking Spanish. So I kind of just mixed both of them. And right now, bro, I'm living my realest life. I'm living my truest life. Like, you know, I don't hide nothing. I created my own lane. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
No, it is. And I love everything about what you just shared. Um, knowing who you are and coming to that point of knowing who you are, what information or what is it that you would love to share for someone that is trying to find their place because they're dealing with so many different forms of energy and some maybe negative energy, and it's mental health is a big thing, especially in our industry, that we really don't speak on that a lot because as barbers we always got to be the therapist, the happy person,
It's
sharing
heavy.
everything, but it's so much like less time for us to reflect on our humanity, our inner peace. So when did you find your inner peace? How did you find your inner peace? And what would you share for a young lady like yourself that maybe experienced a lot of the things that you went through and you want to help or help her get to that point of finding her peace?
So us as people, we like to focus on the negatives. Like, so you have 10 people telling you that you suck, but you got two people telling you you're good. We as people, we listen to the 10.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
do it. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. But bro, like my mom helped me a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. My mom helped me a lot. She kept me going. I feel like it's very important to have a support system, you know, and if you don't have it, to create one for yourself, which is even harder, which adds a lot to your plate on top of everything else. But I would just say, like, it's hard. Like, I can't say nothing to anybody that's gonna make them, you know, but it's like, you gotta focus on those two people. Focus on those two, and then when you focus on those two that ride with you, then you're gonna have four, and then those four are gonna turn into six, and the six are gonna turn into eight, and then you're gonna have 10, and then 100, and then 200, and then like we just focus so much on the negative stuff. It's like pay attention to pay attention to the good things. Stop paying attention to the bad things, and that's what everything in life. Like, like yesterday after the seminar, I'm like the biggest critic on myself. I'm my harshest critic. We're our own worst
We
enemies,
are.
So I'm like, shit, like, yo, I kind of stuttered a lot. Like, this is before I went into Instagram. I'm like, shit, I kind of stuttered a lot. Like, yo, I paused a lot. Like, shit, like, did people like it? I go on Instagram and bro, my students are like, yo, Sam. Not even like after the seminar ended. Yo, Sam, bro. Yo, what the fuck? Like, you're such an inspirational speaker. How do you speak like that? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's mad crazy. Cause I swear to God, if I would have just left like with that mindset, I would have just like beat myself up for like weeks.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like, bro, there's always people supporting. Focus on the people that are supporting you. Focus on the people that love your work. Focus on the little people that love what you do. Stop focus on the big. Bro, there's gonna be always so much hate. You can't focus on the hate. You gotta focus on the love.
Yeah.
You get me? That's really what it is. Like, if I could include something really quick, like, you know how I say good morning, my people. It's my thing, Tokyo. It's my thing. So I remember when I started doing this, when I started, good morning, I had so many people. Yo, Sam, this is mad corny. And I was doing it in the morning. So this is mad corny, Sam. I don't want to wake up to this. Like, bro, can you like change it up? And I'm like, wait up. Like, this is corny. But bro, corniness sets you apart.
Yeah.
Corniness sets you apart. It makes you different. It makes people think about you. It makes you stick in people's head. But I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it for like 2, 3 weeks. And one day I get a call from my mom, and my mom's like, yo, you good? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, why'd you stop doing good morning? And I'm like, nah, ma, you know, like, yo, people were saying it was corny, it was mad annoying in the morning and stuff like that. She goes, you get on that phone right now, and you do me a favor, and you say your good morning, because Samantha, that is going to stick one day.
Yeah.
Bro. And she was right. She was right. I literally have people coming up to me in the streets like, good morning. And I'm like, yo, this is awesome. Like, now I'm making shirts. I'm going to make some hats. Like, yo, people really want to rock it now. So it's like, bro, people don't know that it's good until you prove to them that it works and that it's good, you know? So just, you got to just stick with it. It all takes consistency and discipline, you know? You got to fake it until you make it. That's my slogan. Fake it until you make it, you know?
Man, this is awesome. I love everything that you share, Sam. And like this is what Talking Barbership is about. You know, it's to understand the true identity of someone and what they really want to share and uplift. Because like I just seen someone write in there like, oh, please save this because I want to share this with my son, and this is what sparks the true heart and humanity of what we want to give out. And everybody's going through some things. We every day not gonna be perfect. We like you said, we underestimate ourselves because we're trying to be light and we're trying to be the person
We're
that we think of.
trying to be somebody else.
Correct. Instead of being ourselves.
Bro, that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be everybody else, bro. If you try to be somebody else, you're gonna get the same results everybody else is getting. You gotta do something different to get different results. Like, it's not hard. Once you understand that science, like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You gotta create your own lane. You gotta create your own identity. You gotta be yourself.
Yeah.
You can't be like everybody else. I mean, you could get a couple of things from somebody, of course, but at the end of the day, like, bro, you gotta be yourself because that's what's gonna make you different. That's what makes you different. Being yourself. Like, it sounds so simple, but it's so hard. Like, it sounds so simple. It's like, duh, but it's like, no. Like, a lot of people just don't understand that.
Let's talk. Let's dig in a little bit more about the stuff that you're willing to share about all the products or all the like you said, ambassadors, the brands. Like, what is it that you're pushing with? Hopefully, if you could talk about it. I don't know if you can talk about it yet, but what is things that you can talk about that you're happy about that is coming your way?
I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie, man. So right now, this is literally like a dream come true. Like, I'm literally like, is this my life? Like, what the fuck is going on, But I think I can talk about it now. I just got signed by Stylecraft, by Gamma.
All right.
So I'm so excited about that, man. You have no idea because those are my favorite clippers. Those are my favorite clippers, man. And I've been working hard. Like I've been putting in a lot of work for the last 3 years, and finally, I feel like I planted my seeds. Tokyo, sorry, I planted my seeds 3 years ago, and now is that my I'm seeing the trees growing and the flowers and the plants. So it's super dope, man. I just got signed by Stylecraft. I got a barber chair sent to me by Artist Hand.
Okay.
$700 barber chair, man, just to review for free. Like I'm like, who am I? Little old Samantha, yeah, I got a lot of care packages sent to me now. So that's why I'm moving to a studio because now it's time for me to, have my own content creating corner and be solo and do my own thing. But man, what these companies want to see is going back to what we were talking about. They want to see something different. They want to see something different. They want to see they want you to have a different image. They don't want you to fit in with like everybody else. They don't want you to look like the next guy. They want you to be different. I mean, yo, you see me with the braids, you see me with the hats, you see me with the do-rags, you see me with the curly hair, you see me with the fresh fits, you see me with the good morning. You get me? Like I have a separate, I've created a separate identity. Like I said, if you see me online and you see me in person, you're gonna be like, that's the girl from online. You get me? You're not gonna get mistaken. You're not gonna be like, is that her? That's what these brands want to see. And they want to see you branding yourself. They want to see you. They don't want to see Sam a barber. They want to see Sam the barber. Who are you? What are you bringing to the table? So once I figured out that formula, which was thanks to Chevy, one of my mentors, the owner of the shop that I'm at right now, he told me, he's like, yo, look at Big Blends. Big Blends is always in a white shirt and a hat. You see Big Blends anywhere with a white shirt and a hat, you're gonna recognize Blends. You get me? So that's what these companies want to see. They want to see you branding yourself, and I've created that brand with just the way that I am, with just my different stuff, just Spanish to English, the hats, the do-rags, the braids, that. And I feel like the brands now, now is that they're being exposed to my content. And now 3 years in, they're like, wait up, who's this girl and where the hell did she come from? Now they're starting to see that.
Yeah. And what they are doing is taking a liking and investing into you because they love who you are.
Exactly.
Not like you're invested into their product. They have to surround every product around you now that fits your personality and your
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, who the fuck am I? I'm just a consumer, just like everybody else. I'm using these clippers because I like these clippers, not because they sent them to me. And now I'm getting signed by the same company, so it's really wild. Right now, I'm really living my dream. It's it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I know that this is just the beginning, every single day that goes by, I get a new interaction on, before Instagram, so before people would see me on Instagram and be like, bro, she's just chasing clout. She's just a clout chaser. And I'm like, no, I couldn't even explain to them what I was doing because at that time I didn't really even understand what I was doing myself. Yeah. But I just knew that at the end it was going to be for a bigger cause. And now I could finally say that it is because the followers, fuck the followers, bro. I don't care about the followers.
Right.
It's the exposure. Yeah. It's the exposure, the interactions that I get. So now the followers just legitimize you. It literally just adds a little bit of value to you. But really at the end of the day, it's not about clout, it's about exposure. And now I'm receiving that exposure thanks to the clout,
Yeah.
So it's like people that were calling me a clout chaser before, now they're like this because now they see that the brands and the companies that they were trying to get with their 300 followers isn't working. Because they don't have exposure. You get me? So it's at the end of the day, bro, like I said, they're all gonna hate, but you just gotta prove to them that you're popping with your actions. It's words is not gonna count. Now it's actions. Because before I was talking a lot, yo, yeah, Instagram this. Now I don't need to talk. Now I go into a barber shop with a different package every day, and they're like,
Yeah.
So,
You know, I always like to. I feel like you've been sharing this all through this whole conversation what we've been having, but I always like to put this out there: law of attraction.
bro, so big, so big, so big, man.
Yeah.
Like manifestation, law of attraction. I mean, law of attraction doesn't work if you don't put in the work, obviously.
Mhm.
But bro, if you have a vision, like manifest it. Like everything that I've manifested for the last 3 years, bro, that shit is like coming into life. Like yesterday, my mom was at my event. For the first time ever, she saw Sam the teacher. And bro, when she saw me, she's like, wow, like God is working through you. Like everything you said that you were gonna do, you're doing. Yeah, like it's crazy. Like my mom is like in shock, and I'm in shock. But bro, at the end of the day, like it's law of attraction. Like you manifest everything. I said whatever I said I was gonna do, I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, like you gotta put it into the universe. You gotta speak it. You gotta like literally embody it.
Yeah.
You gotta embody it. You gotta fake it until you make it. I was advertising myself as the best barber in Miami when I know what shit when I knew damn well I wasn't, but I was going to be.
You know you were. Yeah.
Exactly. So it was law of attraction. I manifested everything, bro. All the blessings in my life I've manifested. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Law of attraction is so real, guys.
Yeah. What is it that you feel that I didn't touch upon? Like, what is it that you feel like you want to just speak about right now on your own?
Damn, you kind of hit every single point, but yeah, I mean, bro, the message that I want to give everybody is just, bro, create your own lane. Create your own lane. Stop trying to compete with nobody. Stop trying to be the same. Stop listening to these people, bro. These people don't know what they're saying. Just like, like just tap into yourself, be in tune with yourself, create your own lane. That way you don't have no competition. You're not competing with nobody. I'm not competing with nobody right now, like I said. I'm just competing with myself, and it's beautiful. I don't have any pressure anymore. You
Yeah.
know, when you're competing with other people, you have so much pressure. Like, I don't have no pressure no more. Like I'm just me. I'm just doing my thing. There's no end goal. There's just up from here. I don't know what's my end goal. I'm just going. I'm just living.
Yeah. I hear you. Man, Sam, this was amazing. I really appreciate you taking your time out. I mean, like I said, you could have been anywhere else, but you took your time and said, "Hey, let me chop it up with
Man,
you."
I appreciate you for inviting me on this. I love these type of talks. Like I feel like I'm able to to speak this to my students, but I'm not really able to bring this to this platform just because the way that Instagram is, short films and stuff like that. But like I really appreciate you for bringing me on this
No,
podcast and
I
asking me questions and stuff.
saw something wonderful. I saw something unique. I saw someone out in her own, like, created her own lane. And I would have been dumb not to ask you to be a part of this and, share your journey, share your experience for, male and female that's looking to elevate themselves and want to know how to. And I think everything that you shared from your first part of your journey to where you are now is inspirational. So,
Thank you, man.
um,
Really appreciate it, and I know like it's not me being cocky or nothing, but I know like I'm a be really, 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 really big in this industry. So it feels really good to have people like you that see me before anybody else sees me. So like I really appreciate the people that see me for who I am right now. I'm not the biggest right now, but I am going to be. Like I said, I know I am. So it's like it's dope when people see your potential without you even being at the end yet. So I really
oh,
appreciate you.
I almost forgot. I know. What is it called? You did an event where you was like at a festival, right? Where you get to cut the people that go on stage and perform. Was you a part of that?
Like a showcase?
Yeah, it was like for like artists that's like performing their music, but then they looking for like barbers to come in and cut the hair, and if you're picked, you can be a part of that.
Oh yeah, that was Bird Mina's show like two
Oh
weeks ago.
yeah, yeah.
Bro, that show was awesome, man. So he kinda Booksy is trying to like
Okay.
revamp. Booksy's trying to revamp So they held a inside the industry event just for people in the industry. You know, it was a free event for anybody to come. And out of like 70 or 80 showcasers, they chose 10 that were the most popular and stuff like that. So they chose me. Bro, it was super dope. I made so many connections. Bro, shows are important.
Yeah.
Shows are so important. The networking is important. It doesn't matter if you don't go to compete. It's fine.
Yeah.
If you're who's trying to compete, you don't want to compete, you're not a competition barber, it's fine.
Yeah.
But just go shake hands, you know, rub shoulders, like just like get to know people. Like my first event, I went in like this, like like,
right.
The second one you go in like this now. The third one now, shit. Now I'm going into events and I'm going in with my head high, like, and people are coming up to me like, "Yo, Sam the barber." But if I would have never gone to that first event, how would they have known?
Right.
Like the guy actually that I did the event with yesterday, the seminar. He I met him at a show.
Yeah.
2 years ago, and we tapped in with each other. We got each other's IGs and stuff like that. And bro, look at us now. Yesterday we threw a whole entire event. Joel Thompson reached out to him, and Joel Thompson was like, "Yo, I'm in Miami. I'm trying to do a show." And AJ, which is my boy, he thought about me real quick, and he's like, "Bro, I know this girl. I know this girl that teaches, and I have the facility and stuff like that." And boom, we sold out 40 tickets. Like it's dope. It's crazy, bro. Like what networking can do for you.
Yeah. No, I love
like right now we're locked in and we don't know what opportunity is gonna, happen in 2 years.
I love Joe's. I looked at all his YouTube stuff from like when he was like putting his stuff on Instagram to what he's doing now. Like his journey is amazing. That he just packed up from a small town, came out to California. I think he went to San Diego, and then I think a little bit in California, and then now he, killing it with his platform. So
now
he just never.
Moved his mom out here. He retired his mom. Like his mom hasn't been working for the last 3 months.
Right.
Like he's doing his thing, and he's real. Like Joel is real, man.
Yeah, and you real too. So I'm looking for all the amazing stuff that you got going up too. So
yo, you should come out here one of the seminars.
Let me know, and I'm gonna make it happen.
All right. We'll talk. We'll keep on talking. You should come out here. We'll do a podcast. We could do like in-person interviews and stuff like that. Get to know each other. I like the vibe. We could definitely work.
I'm 100% in.
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you, Sam. This was amazing.
Talking business.
All right.
Hey, bro, I really appreciate you again. Thank you. Thank you for seeing something in me. I really appreciate you for having me on this platform. It's been amazing to talk to all of you guys and shed some light on, on this industry. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I got you. We got it. We're gonna keep building. And we're gonna keep doing our thing. All right. Have a great one and enjoy the rest of your day.
I appreciate you, man. You too.
All right. Bye.
I'll see you.